This is your video of how to maintain your starter. First, tear it out and you'll figure out what you like to keep in your jar for the size of jar that you have. So whatever kind of unfed starter that I have, either from the fridge or from room temperature, I'm going to add it to this and I'm going to match whatever grams I have in starter, and I'm going to add that much room temperature water and flour, whatever kind of mix that you like to keep between whole wheat flour and all-purpose unbleached flour. Okay, so in my jar I have transferred 65 grams of starter that is unfed, and all the bubbles have come out of it and it's runny. So I'm going to use about 20% of that. Scratch that. I'm going to use 30% of whole wheat, which will be about 20 grams of whole wheat flour, and 45 grams of all-purpose unbleached flour to match that 65 grams of starter that I'm starting out with. I'll also add 65 grams of water. Okay, 65 grams of water, add it in, room temperature. Always remember to tear it out between steps. So I'm gonna clear that out, and then I'm going to add 20 grams of whole wheat flour. There's my 20 grams of whole wheat flour, and now I'm not going to tear it out. I'm just going to keep on adding all-purpose flour until I get to 65 grams. All right, so now I have my 65 grams of whole wheat and unbleached flour total. So I have 65 grams of starter, 65 grams of room temperature water, and 65 grams of flour. Now I'm going to take my wooden spoon and I'm going to stir it just until it's hydrated. And remember, whenever you leave this sit, it's going to also double just the same way that the Lavon does whenever it's getting going. So I was gentle with it. I folded it more than stirred it. Remember, it's living. And you can see how much thicker it is now on the spoon. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, you can see it's only about a third of the jar. It will double and expand. I'm going to gently put the lid on it and just let it set either on the counter, and I'll have to feed it again tomorrow the same way. Or you can put it in the fridge for a week, and if you're going on vacation for a week or two, then when you come home you can feed it, and it just slows the process down because it's a lot cooler. It still takes 3 days to rise and 3 days to chill out, so you're right at the right time whenever you're back from vacation for a week.